Morning, Andrew, or afternoon.
Hello, how you doing, guys? Thanks
Good,
for
good.
joining me on this meeting slash webinar.
Just getting it started up. Let everyone join, and then we'll get started. If you want to share your screen when you're ready, and I've got it recording, and I'll give you the hosting permission so you can take it away from there when we're ready.
Sure, no problems. Also, just bear with me for 1 second as well. I'll go ahead and all right. Cool.
Okay, and what I'll do here is, yeah. Okay, great. So I've got you set up as the host now. When you're ready, take it away. We'll record the session, and I'll get any questions to be emailed through. And when you're ready, thanks, Andrew.
No problems. Just to check before we start, so you can see my screen now with the Deer presentation.
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. Again, guys, my name is Andrew. I'm from Deer Inventory. I'm the partner manager here. I've been working with Deer for about a little bit over 2 years. I originally started off as an accountant myself, working for a CA firm as a cadet straight out of high school for many years, and then eventually found myself in the software space. So just a little bit about Deer. Deer actually stands for Double Entry Accounting Records. So we are a little bit nerdy on the accounting side here, and I guess this is the whole one of the main strengths of Deer is that it understands accounting really well. So just giving you guys a little bit of a content overview. We'll go through who we are, the type of businesses we service, kind of what we offer, and some benefits and gains. Now, I guess who we are. We started out of Sydney, Australia, at 2012. Um, it was about three partners that came together, two of them from a technical perspective and one from a business perspective, and they successfully launched Deer Systems. In 2013, 2014, Deer was able to catch their first 1,000 users. By 2015, we had grown quite rapidly, had opened our second, third, and fourth offices. One opened up in the USA. We have a full-fledged office in Dubai and also in Philippines as well, and Sydney is still the headquarters. And now in 2018, we service businesses in 75 countries. DA, which has been translated and deployed even in China now, and we have over 3,000 manufacturing business users alone. So we have grown quite rapidly throughout this whole process, and we've always been strong on our development roadmap. So our number one focus has always been and will continue to be the quality of the software and its features and modules. In terms of businesses we help, Deer was originally built for wholesale and e-commerce businesses, so that's always going to be our strong point. So wholesale type businesses, these could be in any kind of industry, whether they're in fashion, electronics, food, and many more. Pretty much everything that's under the umbrella. Um, E-commerce businesses, now we can handle generally any kind of business that might also purely sell online and not to have any offline operations. We can also handle retail businesses, so business with physical locations, whether they might have a pop-up store or they might have a stand somewhere that they go regularly. Whatever it may be, we can handle that retail business. We also can handle light manufacturing businesses. These are businesses that might do everything from bundling, kitting, so taking a few raw components, putting it together to have a finished good, all the way to quite complex manufacturing scenarios. So where there is, disassembly and multiple sub-assemblies involved. So what I mean by that is, they might buy a barrel or something, bring it in, disassemble it to a smaller units, and those smaller units being used as a raw components to go into a finished good. That finished good one being used as a raw components for finished good two, and so forth to the sellable product is finished. So we have great functionality in terms of that, and obviously each step is traced by company serial numbers, batch numbers, expiry dates. We also have barcoding throughout the whole software as well. But more and more, we're finding that businesses are becoming more hybrid style. So these are businesses that might do a bit of wholesale, might do a bit of e-commerce, might have a pop-up location, might have a contract manufacturer they use, might even do some consignment. Dia will be able to handle all those scenarios. But I'll go more in detail about the hybrid style businesses that we're finding to be more relevant these days a little bit later on in the presentation. So a hybrid supply chain. So what I was talking about before, now going into more detail about it, pretty much being a complex web. That's pretty much it. So as I was saying, they might do some wholesale. So we have a B2B functionality. So that's a business-to-business portal that they can utilize. So it's a private portal that they can invite their customers. They can see their own specific pricing, see their catalogs, see what they ordered previously, raise quick orders through it, and see statuses of their orders. We also have retail locations, so we have a point of sale system that's also by Dia. So the B2B and the point of sale system is by Dia, under the same roof. There's no API connections. Also, we integrate with e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, and also marketplaces such as Amazon and eBay and even Etsy. And we also, obviously, you can also take quick sales through phone and email in our software using the simple sale function. Now, all those sales can be aggregated in one central location, whereas the Dia sales module. Now, from there, orders can be dispatched so they can be fulfilled. So that means they can be picked, packed, and shipped. We do have an advanced sales module as well that can handle multiple fulfillment scenarios. That's, for example, if you have a sales order that might have 5 line items on it, you want to fulfill that, say, for example, 10 items now, 5 later, and you want to also maybe manufacture 5 or back order 5 to have more replenished so you can send them out. You can be able to handle those scenarios, and then it's sent to the direct customer through integrations of shipping apps such as ShipStation, Star, Ship It, and we have a couple more as well. From there, inventory quantities are updated and published across the board. So now let me just dive in a little bit more here. So for example, if you have a sale that comes through the e-commerce channel, we'll update quantities within 3 to 6 second period and publish it across the board. So you'll always have live data across all your sales channels in one seamless interaction. From there, once a sale has occurred, we'll obviously get the invoice, send it over into the accounting application, whether it's Xero or QuickBooks Online, with the COGS entries as well. Might just mention here as well that we do actual accounting costing, so we don't do any average, so actual costs are sent over. From there, if inventory quantities are getting to a lower number, you can replenish them through raising a purchase order. We have minimum and maxes as well. So at a minimum point, a purchase order is created to be sent out. From there, also manufacturing. You can also, if you have lower items of finished good, you can run a assembly run. If you have obviously low raw components available, you can also send a purchase order to replenish your raw components. From there, the purchase order can be emailed out or printed from the software to the supplier, and of course the bill is synced back into the accounting integration. As you can see, so Dia kind of plays a kind of perfect role into that. We do have a new module out called notification and task module. So at any of these processes and events that take place in Dia, you can actually organize a notification to be sent out both internally or by email, maybe to a warehouse person, maybe to a purchasing manager or a sales manager as well. So there's quite a bit of depth that goes into this. So some hybrid style businesses, some challenges faced by hybrid style businesses. There's a lot because, as you can see, the complexity just increases so rapidly, especially in today's age where businesses need to be present at all platforms and marketplaces. But more importantly, we find that most of these businesses that do come on board lack systems and processes. So there's no real process in place and there's no system in place to manage the whole operation. We find that things are still on Excel and multi-million dollar businesses are operated on Excel and some pen and paper still to this day. So, which brings us to my next point, which is lack of transparency. So they have a complete lack of transparency in terms of visibility. They can have stockouts. They can have stuff being received in and not recorded, so it's not published to be available to be sold for some time, and so forth. Obviously, it also ties into my raw materials. So most hybrid style businesses, one of the key importance is that they usually get contract manufactured. So ensuring availability of raw materials for production to meet estimated delivery times and time frames and demands for even holiday seasons or whatever it may be is usually a big challenge for them. Fax, email, and text. In most cases, orders are received via fax, text, or email. Order management pretty much becomes a huge issue at a higher volume. Now, this software, pretty much what it does, it weeds out bad habits. So it ensures you that if an order is coming in, it has to be put in, it has to be authorized, and that's all visible throughout the software. Stock is allocated to it automatically. So all that done is autonomous throughout the whole software. Now, also eliminates, obviously, human interaction time as well. So emails being missed and no reply to at a certain time frame can all be deleted. Outdated technology. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of these businesses use spreadsheets, legacy software that's still on DOS. We are a central hub, so it's difficult to scale. So ability to actually scale their business, to be able to expand, to be able to launch new product line items, it becomes difficult and simply too inefficient to be able to actually do that. And my next point is cost. So, a challenge is that they don't have accurate cost of production to allow for correct pricing strategy. Raw materials, labors, overheads, and landed costs are not being recorded properly. So then obviously they're having the wrong information, making the wrong business decisions. Where Dia comes in and kind of fixes that by having actual accounting costing. Everything's kind of traced back to the original purchase order. Landed costs can be attributed, multi-currency can be attributed, labor and overhead can be attributed to the cost base as well. Now, I guess I've briefly kind of touched on this throughout the process a little bit. Now, in terms of what we offer, so these are some of our key features and services. Now, this is at a kind of a macro level, but it does get quite depth at each one. So look, again, if at any point you guys want to discuss this with us in detail, please don't hesitate to go to diasystems.com. There's an appointment section at the top. Book in an appointment, and you can speak to one of our team members, and we can potentially assist with the whole scoping process of your first client to establish suitability. So Dia can do inventory management, so complete visibility of your stock, real on-hand figures in real time. So you can see what's available, what's on order, what's been allocated to a sales order that hasn't been fulfilled yet, that needs to be fulfilled. So you can manage all of that and gives you complete control over the inventory management. We also do complete order management too, so consolidated view of all orders across all sales channels that we kind of spoke about, both physical and virtual locations. Multi-warehouses and locations, so complete transparency over operations, whether from a single to a multi-location. We also do bin locations, so which is like locations within the locations. We also have what's called picking zones. So you can actually break down your warehouses to picking zones. So you can have zone A, zone B, zone C, different products in it, sit in those zones. So when you're doing your pick slip for fulfillment, it makes the whole warehouse operate at such a higher efficient level. Now, also talk about fulfillment. So we take control over the whole fulfillment through the pick, pack, and ship functionality. And as I mentioned, we have advanced multiple fulfillment scenarios through our advanced sales module. So, through our pick, pack, and ship, we have picking slips, packing slips, shipping slips, box labels, everything. All our templates are fully customizable, and you can build out your whole process in Dia in terms of your fulfillment. We also have our point of sale system as well. So it's a comprehensive front end point of sale system that pretty much runs on a tablet. whether it's on the iPad, Android, even on a Mac, you can open it up on a web browser as well. So it's quite efficient like that. Our point of sale system is quite robust. It's very nice, clean. You can have quick keys. You have returns. You have loyalty points. You have all of that. We'll get into it a little bit later. But again, if you have any questions in detail about technical stuff, please don't hesitate to ask the question at the webinar or go to our website to book an appointment with us. In terms of light manufacturing, the reason again I say light because manufacturing can get very complex, but everything from bottling and kitting all the way to multiple sub-assemblies. So we do have some wineries, we do have a brewery, we have a distillery that use us and trace that whole manufacturing run and production run throughout our software. A good case study will be Archie Rose to go and look at, or Red Hill Brewery, and also Mornington Peninsula Brewery as well, if you guys want to have a look at those. So pretty much you can track raw materials, labors, overheads of the production in the finished goods pretty much. In terms of accounting, we have synchronized accounting data, including bills, invoices, payments, journals, and COGS into Xero, QuickBooks Online. We don't integrate with MYOB or any other platform at the moment. Again, e-commerces and marketplaces, as mentioned, it's pretty much the central hub for e-commerce and marketplaces with sales with ability to maintain correct inventory accounts across all channels. So we also integrate with FBA as well, Fulfillment by Amazon. Our B2B ordering portal, it's quite a unique portal. It's really nice. It's got a very seamless view as well. So when they log in, it's very clean. It's very Shopify looking, very modern. Pretty much gives you access to customers. You can invite your customers, your wholesale customers, to the portal. Again, they'll see their own specific pricing. They'll see specific catalogs. Long story short, they can pretty much raise orders 24/7 when you're not there. So there's no, ever hitting that limitation of an email being missed, email not being sent on time. So they miss it, so they can always go online and raise those sales orders. And again, talk about the notifications module. So our new notifications module and task module helps our clients to build out key workflows with internal and external notifications being sent out from Dia to keep everyone in the loop. So that's when even like your suppliers, as soon as you raise a purchase order or authorize a purchase order, you can have a notification or email go out to your supplier so you can be in the loop. Warehouse guys, back end office, the owner, everyone can be kept in the loop. Now, in terms of accounting, we probably have the most, we have the leading integration with Xero on the e-commerce, and also we're enhancing our QuickBooks Online integration as well as we speak. So some of the existing integration is we can import chart of accounts from Xero. So if you make any amendments to any of accounts, we can import that in. We have a dual sync, so payments and invoices can be synced both ways. You also have an in-app link to Xero invoices. So what that means is that as soon as you synced in something or an invoice over into Xero, you can actually open up the sync history, find that invoice, click on it, and it'll open up that invoice in Xero. Obviously, COGS will be synced over and manual journal entries. Something else I might mention, I think we're still the only ones that do this. We can actually amend invoices in Xero. So if you raise the invoice in Dia, it's synced over into Xero. From there, let's just say a shipping line was missed or something, you can amend that invoice in Dia and then press sync, and it will amend the invoice in Xero as well, where in other applications you have to void it in the software, reverse it in Xero, and redo the whole process again. So now some recent enhancements that have come is automatic sync, so you can actually set up time or dates that you want the Xero sync to happen. Enhanced review screen and of orders and frequent orders, so you can actually, so that enhancement will show you like frequently you get this issue, it's because of this, just to remind you to make sure you click something or make sure certain fields are filled out before trying to sync over. Ability to change Xero accounts, and this is a big one. I believe again we're the only ones that have this on the ecosystem, where you actually have the ability to change Xero accounts. So if you previously had a Xero account linked to a Dia account, you want to keep the Dia account but change the Xero file because a business has sold or could be a couple other reasons. You had to export all the data out from Dia, which is very similar in other applications. Clear the account, connect the new Xero account, and import all the data back in. Now we have a remapping tool, so you can no longer have to do that. You can simply change the Xero account. We'll do that on the back end automatically. So in terms of the user experience, it's business as normal. You can also export historic data from Xero to Dia. We predefine date ranges, so you can set a date range and we can export that data. So whether it's sales or purchases. We can also export data to Xero from Dia with the predefined date ranges. So if you do hook up a new Xero account, you can say, hey, these are the sales that happened in the last month, and I want them to be sent over into Xero. So we got to do that. Another new enhancement that's coming out, and I believe the beta version is released just this week, is our reconciliation with Xero. So it will actually show you a report that shows you what's in Dia in terms of reports and what's in Xero. And it will identify differences, like this is the dollar amount that's out by, and it will also tell you why it's out. So it will kind of show you, say, hey, this is out by 300 because there's a there's a purchase order raise for $300, but the bill wasn't authorized, so it was never synced over into Xero. And 90% of the time that's the case, which makes bookkeeping and accounting a lot more easier. So it saves a lot of time digging around the software and trying to investigate all of that. We're hoping to replicate this sort of integration with QuickBooks Online as well. So this should be some awesome things coming up. In terms of the B2B portal, going a little bit deeper because it is quite a big seller for us and a strong point for us. So obviously, apart from the customizable design, from the look and feel of the B2B portal through the use of carousels, navigation bars, everything, you can actually have multiple catalogs. So you can set up multiple catalogs to have control to do what the products you sell to which customers. Complete in-house integrations with Dia. So again, no API issues, no third-party connectors. This is a software built by us internally, and it's all there. So, automatically creates an order in Dia, complete the fulfillment process, pick, pack, and ship in Dia. So everything's all under one house. Quick reordering. So this is cool. So if a customer that always orders the same thing, they can just log in, look at the view order history, and then click on quick reorder, view it, make any amendments, and then confirm that order. And also, so you don't have anyone on the phone that's going to be telling you the same thing over and over again. Multiple products ordering views. So product matrix view and list view for quick reordering experience. So this is really good for people who have like family products. So it might be like, for example, a shirt that comes in 3 different sizes and 5 different colors. They can actually view it in a kind of a matrix and put numbers in those fields in an amount of products I want to order. For example, like I want 10 of small blue, I want 20 of the medium blue, and 3 of the extra large green, and so forth. That kind of stuff. Multiple price tiers and promotions. So you can set price tiers and discounts for your products and then assign them to your customers for a tailored experience. Payment options. It lets you customers pay orders on the spot through Stripe or PayPal options that are now available. And of course, integration with accounting. So accounting transactions generated from sale will be posted into your accounting application with every completed order. As our point of sales, we are looking to enhance these features a little bit further in the next quarter as well. But some features that are out at the moment is unlimited outlets and registers. So you pay for one Dia Systems portal, point of sale system. You get unlimited outlets and registers. User control permissions, so who can do what. Register closures, reconciliation, cash management reports, you can do all of that. Search by brand, category, SKU. We have quick keys as well for those scenarios. Multiple payment methods, whether it's PayPal, you can use that. We have integration with Tyro. And we also have park and retrieve sales as well, so you can put stuff pretty much on hold for a period of time. Some extended features are online and offline sales functionality, so we use HDMI5 technology on that. So if the internet does drop out, it goes to pretty much offline mode, saves it. Once it's back on the internet, it logs in the data. We do lay-by on account sales, loyalty points, ability to process refunds and returns as well through through the software. Now moving on to some benefits of Dia. So again, these are some benefits that ideally will be beneficial to hybrid style business or any type of business out there. So complete visibility of inventory, as mentioned. So you have ability to have visibility of stock across multiple locations. You can run reports such as, what's running on low, quickly put them on a back order so you can reorder them. You can also see you might have 100 units sitting in a warehouse. So visually, it seems like you have available 100, but it might only have available 50 because 50 are being allocated to sales orders by a sales rep that's on the road. You can have that quick view as well. As mentioned, accurate cost. So costs are calculated all the way from the purchasing to any kind of assembly and disassembly functions or manufacturing processes all the way to the end sale. So full purchase history with actual costs by products / suppliers. Actual COGS are generated. We handle multi-currency issues, and we have multiple costing methods. So we do first in, first out, first expired, first out, batch numbers and serial numbers. So first expired, first out by batch, first expired, first out by serial number. We can handle all of those. We have comprehensive reporting. So we have quite depth reporting. So you can extract actual data through our customizable reports through drag and drop reporting fields and pivot tables. We have about 32 reports in the software. Again, they're all customizable as well. Very data heavy, excellent for wanting to export them out to Excel to run any further data analysis or manipulation. As mentioned, complete traceability. So ability to trace raw components to finished goods from the PO to the assembly and disassembly, all the way to the sales order with actual cost, batch numbers, serial numbers. We have a complete recall ability as well. So you can say, hey, I made this sale. It came from this manufacturing run. These were the raw components that were used, and these raw components came from these purchase orders. So you can trace it all the way down and pretty much unravel the mystery of the finished good. Holistic accounting integration, as we spoke about it, again, very seamless experience. We can sync over a lot of things at the moment. So we can also sync over, that wasn't mentioned on the enhancements that came out recently as well, is attachments. So if you attach, for example, a document to a sales order, we'll send that attachment over into Xero as well. Also, our dashboard shows you an instant snapshot into what's happening to the businesses. So you can view key KPIs, customer and product overview. So you can see like what's your top customer with the highest dollar amount of sales to best selling products and worst selling products. Real-time statuses on sales, purchases, invoices and bills, so things that are waiting to be paid, monies that are waiting to be received, and so forth. We also have more on that point. I mentioned that we have we do basic accounts payable and accounts receivable kind of scenarios where you can actually print customer statements to say, hey, these are the following invoices from this date range, and this is the total amount outstanding. You can view, invoices or bills, amount paid, assign terms to them, and see what's outstanding as well. Now, I'm going to go on and walk you through a little bit of a case study from a client of ours. They're called Urban Couture. They're a homeware designer homeware company. They started out with just 2 people. Now they've grown to over 10, 15. They've been very good at being data heavy from day one. So they've always kept record of all their data reports. They were really good on Excel, but then they implemented Dia and they saw huge changes. So some of the key challenges that were being faced was obviously using Excel spreadsheet, manual inventory tracking, and lack of total cost of inventory calculations. So they thought they were making, say, 30% or 28% on certain points, but they realized, hey, once I add everything together, get all the land and cost in, it's actually the margins maybe 20. So they would actually go back and refine their processes. That was some of the challenges. And some of the key requirements from them from the software was, A, the flexibility and scalable system, real-time inventory tracking, and a centralized platform. So then you have to jump between platforms. Now, after having used Dia for just a little bit over 2 years, we were actually able to go in and sit down with them and actually compare data from to this day and what they were doing 2 years ago. So they've seen 43% growth in revenue, 20% increase in quotes to sales conversion rates. Now Deer can easily do, it's one click to get a quote, turn into a sales order, and send out the invoice with a payment integrated on the invoice, so they can just pay by Stripe or PayPal. So quickly converting them. The biggest one was 80% reduction in stockouts, because they sell on multiple sales channels. They have a couple of e-commerce platforms they use. They also use marketplaces such as eBay and Amazon as well. So this was a great function for them. So the ability to reduce stockouts. And improvement in order management and fulfillment speed was increased by 50%, which is also very, very impressive throughout the whole process. So they had that digital vision. They mapped out all their needs. They were open to change, remapped it in Deer, and then they were able to see all these kind of changes. Now, what are some of the opportunities for accountants and bookkeepers? So how you and your client can benefit from pretty much being an integrated solution provider? One is, you're adding value by helping the business to be streamlined in operation, becoming efficient and cost effective, and in turn reducing the more manual time you need to spend on their accounts. So reducing that bookkeeping and being able to service their clients more as a result, and being able to come back to them with suggestions, or having that budget there to be able to spend more time investigating things for them, researching things, and being able to make some recommendations that can truly add some value to them. Also creates an alternative income stream and become a trusted business advisor, and move away from that back office bookkeeper and accountant. Now, alternative revenue share stream, pretty much there's two ways that comes in. One is through getting a revenue share from the subscription fee. So a subscription fee revenue share starts at 10% and goes up to 20%. So pretty much when your first client, you'll get 10%. After 3, it turns to 15, and then once you hit 6, it turns to 20% revenue share. The other, obviously, alternative income stream is once you've learned the software, once you've signed up for the portal account and given you a trial account for you to kind of learn your inventory, is if this is a route that you guys want to go down as well, is becoming an implementation partner, where you can actually charge for implementing Deer systems as a solution for your clients. Now, also with a BDB portal, whether you do implement or whether you don't implement the software, you are entitled to the revenue share if you do refer the client onto us. So if a client, you go, hey, this person needs inventory requirements, I'm going to refer them to Deer. If you have the DEP, the partner portal that you've signed up for, you can create their trial and just pretty much let them go from there. And you can introduce them to our sales pipeline, and then from there they can decide their own implementation or use another specialist to implement the software for them, whose pure focus is software implementation. You'll still be entitled to the revenue share then as well. And if you do want to say, hey, I want to learn Deer more, I want to dedicate some time to actually implement the software, all you have to do is sign up to the partner portal. From there, we'll get in contact with you, or you can reach out to us either through support@deersystems.com, or again, go to deersystems.com and book an appointment. And from there, you get in touch with a partner manager. From there, he will take you through the software, which takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to do. So you go through the software, kind of show you the concepts and the logics behind the software. And then from there, you can go ahead and receive a free trial account that's extended for 12 months. Now, that trial account is a full-fledged trial account, so you can have access to all the integrations, have access to the portal, the B2B portal, the point of sale system, and the full-fledged software. So you can use that as your learning curve, and use that to do demos and run case scenarios as well. So from there, that's pretty much my presentation over now. and so we have some time now for questions. But before we jump into that, I'd just like to quickly get into thesystems.com and show you where those appointment sections are, as I believe they're quite important and sometimes can be missed. But the appointment section is right at the top there. Sometimes gets missed. So it's a pre-sales only, but again, you as a partner can either create it for your client or for yourself and the client. It's super simple. It's you can pretty much find a suitable time for yourself and choose a time and then go ahead and book it in. In other spaces, so if you want to become a partner of Dear, you just have to click on partner here on the partner tab. Once you click on the partner tab, you'll come here where it says find a local partner.
Andrew, just one thing there. Can I get you to change the screen you're sharing if that's possible? Just because you're right. It's just showing your Excel page. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me just get back into. There you go. Sorry guys, I do apologize. Is that better now?
Yeah, much better. Thanks. So if you could just go from the way to book in a meeting first, that'd be great.
Sure. No worries. So once you go to thesystems.com, it's sometimes, like I mentioned before, it can be missed. It's just at the top there. It says appointment, pre-sales only. But again, you can book it for yourself or for the client or for yourself and the client. And then this kind of starts the whole process off. Pretty much every single day there's time available, so you get to talk to someone either today or tomorrow. These are some intro webinars from different parts of the world that you can also tell your clients or yourself to join, which is very similar to what we just went through. And also, if you're joining as a partner, you just need to click on the partner tab at the top there. And I might just quickly just mention something here. If you click on find a local partner, you're going to find all our cloud partners. To become listed on our partner page as a recommended partner of Dear, you will need to have 3 successful integrations. So you will need to have to implement 3 Dear accounts then we can put a request in to be listed on our website. And then once you've been listed on our website, you'll pretty much get access to referrals and leads from us. Our website does get about anywhere between 800 to 1,200 clicks on it per day. So that's quite a huge number. And about 35% to 40% of that is from Australia and New Zealand.
Great.
Yep.
Sorry. Yep. So they can register there as well if they want to join the partner program, or they can request an appointment with someone from Dear to walk them through and help with the client as well.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Great.
So for your first client, for your first scoping session, to establish that suitability, make sure there's no roadblocks, there's no massive red flags. We're happy to assist. We're happy to assist in that first scoping session. So pretty much to help you understand what a sales pipeline for us looks like, so you can ride that wave with the client with us. And then you can go ahead and kind of replicate that and adjust it according to what suits you the best. And also, so, registering for a partner to join the Dear Partner Program is super simple. You just click on register. Once you've registered, we'll just ask you to fill in your details. And let me just, and I'll go ahead and log into Dear Systems now, and I'll show you my partner portal so I can walk you through the partner portal as well. There is a few things on there that is a little bit important, so go ahead. Now, it says more data will be here soon. This is just the dashboard we're in the process of building out for the partners. So you can see actually like your conversion rates, how many trials you registered per month and how many of them converted, and these kind of things, and how your clients are actually doing, and some key like performance indicators for your clients. If they're using it, if they're not using it, they have a lot of things outstanding and unauthorized, then you can go ahead and jump in and actually get on their case. You can view your clients by clicking on the clients tab. This will show you all the different clients that you have, whether it's a trial or a paid subscription.
Yeah.
All your revenue share will be showed here. So everything will be shown here. You can see your payment amounts and if it's been paid to you, and then you can just go ahead and raise invoices to get paid. Your users, you can add multiple users. So if you do have employees, you can add them here, and they can be invited to your client's account as advisors. Your profile tab is this will be information about you. Once you've kind of had, you can fill this in straight away. But once you have your 3 implementation under us and want to be listed on our website, what you have to do is send a quick email, request it, we'll review it, and then we're happy. We'll just go ahead and publish you on our website. So it's super easy. Available companies, this will just show you, different companies if you want to switch between the 2. That's easy. And about section. This is a section that kind of gets missed a little bit, and it's a very important section of the software. This kind of will give you a little breakdown of the partnership benefits, but most importantly, this is where you actually create those trial accounts for your potential customers that might become Dear customers too. This is where if you register a trial account through your portal, that trial account is automatically linked to your partner portal. So then you don't have to do it at a later date. You don't have to actually link them up. So you have to do is click on New Organization. So to invite your clients to Dear, please register a new organization. Just a registration page. You go ahead, register a trial account. It's linked to your account. But if they go ahead and say, if you talk to them on a very informal level and say, hey, there's a thing called Dear, and they come back and say, hey, I've started a trial account and I want to use that as my main trial account, all you have to do is, if they already have an existing account, it says confirm referral. So you just need to click on this confirm referral, put the client referral ID. You can find the client referral ID under their My Subscription tab on their trial account. So you just have to ask them to go and get that for you, or if you have access to it, you can get it yourself. Put the client referral ID in there, send it through, and then we'll link those trial accounts to your account.
Awesome.
I also recommend once you do sign up for the portal account, click on the new organization and start a trial account for yourself. That'll be the trial account that we can extend for 12 months and granted pretty much unlimited permission to have a full-fledged account that you can utilize for 12 months. Once the 12 months is up, we'll go ahead and extend that for another 12 months. And that's our process at the moment for that.
Awesome. Sounds like some good hands-on experience if people want to dive in and have a look, which is always really handy.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, I know we have some time left here, which I've kind of left it open to the floor if there's any questions. If there isn't any questions, I'm happy to do a little bit of a show around in the software as well.
Yeah, no, there's no pressure to fill the time. We normally just say as long as it can be covered, which is fine, which is perfect. We've got good detail here. So just to confirm, if people want to get in contact and have questions or want to play around, the best way to do that is on the website, isn't it?
That's correct. So everything's done through the website. If you do send an email to support.com saying, hey, I want to get in touch with a partner manager, this is my location. Those emails usually within a couple of hours will be forwarded to the partner manager, and the partner manager will be in touch within 24 to 48 hours. Brilliant. So it won't get long to actually get a hold of someone in your local area to be able to talk to them. And also, yeah, so and then if you want to talk directly and you want to book an appointment to speak to somebody, all you have to do is go to that dearsystems.com, go to the appointment tab at the top, and then booking in the requirements, say, hey, I'd like to become a partner. I want to find out about the partner program, or I want someone to guide me through my first client, or whatever it may be, a scoping session. So you just need to fill out the requirement details, and then we can go ahead and assign them to the right people.
Awesome. Well, I think that answers most questions that we've got. What I'll get is, just to remind everyone, this will be posted on our members area as a webinar. And if you've got any questions, you can go and book a meeting on the website, like Andrew said. So Andrew, is there anything else that you wanted to add just before we wrap up, or is that happy with that?
No, I'm happy with that. Look, we are always, we attend major events, so major conferences, and also we do do a little bit of a tour across Australia. So if you do ever want to visit or meet someone face to face, please don't hesitate to reach out to find out about those events. And then if there's one in your area soon, we can go ahead and inform you about it, and then we can book in some time to have a chat as well.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, thanks, Andrew. And on behalf of the AAT and its members, we thank you for sharing your time with us. And we'll post this on the website for everyone else to get a hold of and have a watch as well. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Bye for now.